Catching up today on day 17 of 30 Days of Pride Education. I'm AJ Whitney, high school counselor, young adult author, and certified diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist. I realized today that we've gone over all kinds of different definitions, but I forgot to ever cover what it means to be non-binary. So we've talked a lot about gender identities of male and female, but we haven't covered any of the in-between, although we did talk about it being a spectrum. In the middle, between the female end and the male end of the gender identity spectrum, we have identities like non-binary, gender fluid, gender non-conforming. There are others that I'm struggling to remember because of my brain fog caused by chronic illness flares. They don't all share the exact same definition, and a lot of times they mean something very specific to the person who identifies as them. So please don't take what I'm about to tell you as a one-size-fits-all thing. It isn't. It does vary some with the individual person. But essentially, the identities that fall in the middle of that spectrum between male and female are for people who don't feel that they fit one end or the other completely. A lot of times this does have to do with society's gender roles, gender norms, whatever you want to call them, where non-binary, non-conforming, or fluid people feel that they don't fit into one or the other category. They may feel like they're some of both. They may feel like they're none of either. They may feel like they just kind of fall somewhere in the middle. And there's nothing wrong with that because nobody is just one thing. I'm not 100% sure I've ever met a person who likes all masculine or male things or all feminine or female things anyway. I would even argue that all men also have some feminine characteristics and all women also have some male characteristics. And I think if you're unable to admit that, you might be lying to yourself. But like I said, there's no one-size-fits-all definition, especially for the middle of the spectrum. If you meet somebody who tells you they identify as non-binary, gender fluid, non-conforming, just ask them, what does that mean to you and how can I support you the best? Because frankly, that's just being considerate of other human beings. And it's how we show people we care. These are people who you will often see using they, them pronouns, or they may say he and they, or they may say she and they, but because here's my dog. Because they don't identify at one full end of the spectrum or the other, they may be a lot more comfortable with gender neutral pronouns like they and them. Check out the rest of this series on my profile and please come back tomorrow where we're going to talk about coming out.